I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning to you all. Hope you all had a nice Tuesday. You know what? Happy Wednesday morning to everyone not named the St. Louis Cardinals. How do you lose that game, man?
Or the Twins.
No. The Twins deserve to lose.
Okay, fair, but I still not a good evening or morning to them at all. So.
Yeah, the Twins deserve to lose. They got beat. The Cardinals, what? I watched the entire game, and how they lost that game is still insane. The Pirates had 4 hits in the game. They were doing nothing offensively. The Cardinals lost 1-0. They were thrown out at home plate twice. Thrown out at the plate. The Cardinals had base runners literally the entire game. The Pirates had nothing. Man, that should have been a nice plus 140. That over, though, cashed for us pretty easily. It was some fun games on. Royals Mariners is still going. Same goes for White Sox Dodgers. Announcement. The text message alerts is officially active. Thank God. You know what? I'll actually put it on the screen. So they look like this. I'll just show you what they look like. One sec. So this is like can you just see my...
Not really.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe they could see it, maybe they can't. But that's what the alerts look like. So if you, for those of you that asked, a lot of people were saying announce it when it's available because they were interested. So if you go on the website and sign up, every time any of us post a bet to the website, you'll get a text messages letting you know. During baseball season, I post the bets around the same time, so it's not that big of a deal. But during football season, I mean, the bets are coming sporadically. I'm betting college football games for the following weekend on the Saturday before, in the middle of the night. So it's really more for football season, but if you're interested in the text message alerts, it's $5 a month because it's actually kind of expensive to use the service, not because I'm being greedy. So it's an additional $5 a month for anyone who wants that. Text message alerts is up and running. All right, 18 games. We're going to go through 15. First up, Athletics.
What games are you avoiding?
Well, there's 4 doubleheaders.
Yeah, you guys are scared postponing.
We already talked about it. Someone asked, what's the website? It's KyleKirms.com. All right, A's on the road in Tampa. I bet this one twice.
You bet it twice, and you still don't even have the best number, dude. You're losing your edge.
I don't know. I don't really understand the number. Oh, 1 second. Let me load the pick graphics. I left them in the folder here. What's the best number you can get now?
8.5.
Why?
I don't know. I saw that you were on it. I went to look. I saw ESPN went. It's an ESPN one, so it's just they've bumped it down to 8.5. You know they don't do their 8s, but yeah. I saw you were on it. Somebody asked, and I was wrong. In the Discord, I assumed that you bet the 9.5, then saw the 9 and cashed out. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I didn't cash out. I left it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm on the over here in this one. The ball carries in this ballpark during the day. Where the heck is the graphics for this freaking game? 1 second. Here we go. So, yeah, I'm on the over in this one. I got an over 9.5 at plus 110, over 9 at minus 105. You can get a better number than that. Played this one poorly, but I think we're going to see runs. The ball carries in this ballpark during the day. Hot, humid, wind blowing out. Mitch Spence has actually looked pretty good, but this is just a little bit different pitching against this lineup in this ballpark. I'm expecting the Rays to put up a crooked number. And on the other side, look, Pepio's been solid. This isn't a fade of Pepio in any way, but I did say after the A's got to Rasmussen that I wouldn't be surprised for the A's bats to be live during this season. They put up 4 runs. It wasn't like an explosive offensive performance today, but they did score 4 runs. The game went to extras. Both bullpens are on the tax side here. I'll show you. I have it right here. So you can get a look on them. Not that the bullpens are completely cooked either. This is just a compilation of all these factors. So here's the Rays bullpen. Not sure if we'll see Fairbanks in this one. He's gone back-to-back days. They have used him 3 days in a row before. It's not something they love to do. So I bet you Fairbanks is probably available if they absolutely need him, but they prefer not to use him. Same goes for Clevenger, Montgomery. And then on the A side, I very seriously doubt we're going to see Mason Miller. You're not going to see Michael Kelly. You're probably not going to see Newcomb. So on top of everything I just said with the weather, with the Rays against Mitch Spence, you also have 2 bullpens that are on the tax side as well. So runs. Give me the over.
Yeah, I agree. I moved on the 8.5. Like I said, I don't understand why it's 8.5 either. I guess you could like poke holes at this Athletics team as far as versus right-handed pitching and on the road, but at the same time, you're starting to see an uptick with these bats, especially over the last 10 games. I mean, I know that they scored like 4 or 5 tonight. It was 6 the first game of this series and 5-7 against the Yankees. So they had a couple of shutouts in there versus, the Yankees in Detroit. But besides that, they've been putting up runs. And this Tampa Bay team has been one of the best offenses in Major League Baseball over the last month and a half, 2 months. So I know that they've had a couple of duds here and there, but at the same time, they've also got to multiple right-handed starters over the last couple of weeks as well. So Kyle mentioned how good the weather is going to be tomorrow as well. So I also think we're getting a low number because Pepio has been somewhat decent against his last few home starts, but I don't really know what to make of that. Detroit, Baltimore, and Texas. So I just think that both guys can get hit up a little bit. And also, not to mention, Pepe Le Pew has really bad splits against righties, and there's a whole bunch of righties in that Oakland lineup. So, yeah, over.
TV Jones?
A's money line. They found a way to get it done. The Rays were not clutch tonight. They're running out of steam. That month-long free money train at -125 is over. It's A's again for me. Both bullpens are going to be cooked. Fairbanks back-to-back, Clevenger back-to-back. I know Mason Miller went tonight, but the A's are finding a way. They trailed. They came back. Were leading. Tied, allowed us to get tied, and found a way to get out of a jam in that 9th inning and 10th inning to get the win. So I like the A's again tomorrow. Same price, and then Mitch Spence on the road. Since becoming a starter and going 3 to 5 innings and sitting around there, he's been damn good on the road. And Pepio, yeah, he's been good at home, but I think the A's are going to be able to get to him a little bit. It is going to be raining tomorrow, so there might be some delays here. It's like a 40% chance of rain to start the game, so maybe it gets delayed a little bit. But I kind of like the under, but I like the A's more than I like anything else in this game.
Yeah, and I played this one incorrectly. I do have a 9 at -105, and maybe that's going to be okay. Yeah, okay, so that actually – the 9 at -105 that I got on Caesars might have been a good number because that's actually gone. It's an even -110 on Caesars now. So maybe I got a decent number there. We'll see. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this closed at a juice 9.5. The day games in this ballpark are crazy. It's so humid. You got wind blowing out. So we'll see. Cardinals, Pirates, man, this Cardinals team. The Twins I deserved to lose. They got beat. Shout out to Cabrera, pitched an absolute gem. But the Cardinals, I felt like I was personally robbed. That was insane. Sonny Gray against Mitch Keller went right back to the Cardinals here. I know, -140. And historically, in years past, Sonny Gray not quite as effective on the road, but that hasn't been the case this year. He's been fine on the road. He's actually been pretty elite across the board. What I was betting on today or yesterday, whatever you want to call it, was this Pirates lineup. I thought it was very overvalued coming off that 3-game series against the Mets where they put up a bunch of runs. This is one of the worst lineups in baseball. 3 days doesn't change that. And I was right in that respect. They had 4 hits today. Palante threw an absolute gem. Palante had like a 1-hitter going into the 7th. They couldn't touch Palante, so I very seriously doubt they touched Sonny Gray. I hope we get a little bit more out of the Cardinals bats because that was just crazy. But the Pirates used Bednar, Ferguson, and Matson tonight. They all threw 20-plus pitches. They'll probably be available again, but they all threw 20-plus pitches. So in the event that the Pirates do have a late lead, Cardinals will be seeing these guys for the second time in 2 days. Yeah, Cardinals should get this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it closes up close to -155. Cards up. Back to it.
It would be first 5 under 4.5 or pass. For me, I'm just not in a spot where I can fade Mitch Keller with Sonny Gray coming off of a absolute gem where he went 9 innings, didn't give up a run. That's fantastic. But it was only 89 pitches, but that's a lot more stress pitches. I don't think that 89, I think, plays a little bit higher. But the Pirates, this is gonna be the third time the Pirates are seeing him this year. So that's the things that are throwing me off of actually not betting this game. But I'm not that I'm trying to make a case that the Pirates hit Sonny Gray up. It's just not a spot where I'm trying to back him. But he has been good on the road. He's actually been pretty good. Besides the Milwaukee start on the road, over his last 7 starts, he's been pretty awesome, actually. But I still think that Mitch Keller is pitching really well. I mean, this is going to be the third time St. Louis has seen him as well. He does struggle with lefty bats. There's like at least 5, I think, lefty bats in that Cardinals offense. But at the same time, I mean, I watched the game against St. Louis. The first game at home, he went 7 innings, didn't give up a run. Then he went on the road, give up 6 innings, give up 7 hits and 3 runs. That 7 hits, it is what it is. But the runs, I mean, his defense let him down. The walks obviously were not great either. But I still think that he can pitch well again tomorrow. I mean, all of his starts, I mean, he's been pitching at home pretty well. Houston got to him, but besides that, I mean, over his last 7 starts, 5 of them have been at home. So, and he's been just fine there. So I just thought that 4.5 was a little bit too many, but I'm not actually going to bet it.
TV Jones.
Pirates, I mean, they've just been playing well. I know the offense didn't look great tonight, and Skeens held it down. He bounced back after that ass whipping in Milwaukee where they busted him up for 4. But I mean, I know Mitch Keller doesn't get run support. This poor bastard, 2 1/4 runs of support until last Friday, and he gets 12 or whatever the hell. But other than that, it hasn't been pretty. So I would honestly go Pittsburgh in the under. I know it's going to be 81. Wind's kind of blowing out, 3 to 4 miles an hour to right field in a day game. So it's going to be scary. But Gray's been fine. I think Mitch Keller's starting to turn it around a little bit, and I think this Pirates offense is coming to life. But I think Gray will be fine. So I lean the under, but I like Pittsburgh money line out of anything in this game. But honestly, probably will not touch this game.
Royals just scored a 6th run, so that game got up and over the 8.5. Man, the Royals on the road.
I need 2 runs in this freaking Dodgers game, for the love of God.
No, I know.
You're not gonna get it. I need the White Sox to score.
Not with that attitude.
Padres Phillies. This is obviously the first of a double header. So I wanted to say something because someone sent me a message. And I think maybe things got twisted up. So if you watch this channel, you know that I don't like to bet double headers, but I'm saying I don't like to bet. Someone took that as it was me saying it's not a good idea to bet double headers. I was saying I don't like to bet them. So obviously you guys have heard me say this before, but the bullpen management, the lineup management, these double headers is insanely unpredictable. 20 minutes before the game starts, you'll see they're sitting 2 of their main bats and only playing them in the second game, or they're resting their catcher in the first game, or they'll have a 2-run lead in the 9th inning. They won't even bring in their closer because they're saving him for just weird shit. But on top of that, one of my favorite edges in betting baseball is bullpen usage. And whenever you see a doubleheader, that means the game yesterday got rained out and the entire bullpen rested. So that it erases that edge as well. But by no means was I saying that you shouldn't bet doubleheaders. What I'm saying when I say that is I don't like to bet them because the things I like to look for are kind of erased in the doubleheaders. I will say, I think if you are going to play doubleheaders, I think looking at the first 5, you might be able to find something isolated to the starting pitcher. That being said, I don't have anything for this one. Someone sent me a message saying I know it's a bad idea to bet doubleheaders, and I just wanted to clarify. I'm not saying it's a bad idea to bet doubleheaders. I'm just saying I don't personally like to. So TV Jones Toast, anything for this one, or you want to skip it?
I would again. I mean, I agree with everything that Kyle said. It's just not something that it's kind of one of the things that I was kind of taught. So it's just kind of something that I've always done. But it would only be the Padres first 5 if I had to. The price is completely different. Obviously, Mick Abel and Sanchez are completely different pitchers, but we were getting the Padres at plus 145 yesterday. Now they're minus 105 or minus 110. So I don't even think first 5 lines are out. But I do think there's a huge pitching advantage for the Padres, but it's not worth paying minus 110 to see it through personally in a doubleheader. So Padres are passed, but I'm not betting.
Oh, no. Justin Casey said, Kyle, don't let the trolls get to you. It wasn't a troll. It was someone that was asking a legitimate question. So I think he misunderstood me. TV Jones.
Yeah, I would go Padres here. Like Toe said, you got the pitching advantage, and you're getting Padres versus a righty. They're not going to have to see Sanchez, till game 2, but Phillies have looked good. Yeah, they're at home. Yep, this is a spot you like to back them. Mick Abel's kind of looked a little shaky, especially at home. Granted, it's been like two or three games, I want to say, here at home.
Yeah, it was also the Mets and the Cubs. So
yeah, Mets, Cubs, but I mean, still home versus lefties, a 303 average, 848 slug. Obviously, that's not sustainable. That will go down, but still, he's giving up a lot of hard contact. And then versus righties, a 333 average, 476 slug with a 367 WOBA. He's given up a lot of contact and a lot of runs to righties. And lefties, and the Padres, yes, they've looked a little shaky lately, but they're much better versus righties than they are lefties. I have a lot more faith in Pivetta than I do Abel, and again, getting the righty factor, I would honestly go Padres here. I'm tempted to fire on this. Haven't yet. I'm going to wait to see what happens. I'm hoping people just kind of start backing Philly, and I can get a better price, hopefully closer to even money here. But it would be Padres or nothing in game 1 for me.
As a Padres fan, I'm pulling up the group text here. Yeah, Padres are 3-11 the last 14 against the Philadelphia Phillies in the regular season.
But it's day baseball. Weird shit happens.
I'm just throwing that out there. I thought that was funny because I knew in my head that I thought we never beat the Phillies, and that just kind of solidified it.
Joe Skrill says, I noticed in these doubles headers, whoever wins the first game usually loses the second game. They do split a lot, but in most cases, the price adjusts because more than likely, whoever won the first game used their closer in the first game, and it's not like, they can go on back-to-back days. They can't go twice in one day. So if they use their closer to win game 1, obviously tables tilt towards the team that lost in the first one. So yes, they do split a lot, but you'll see the price adjust for it. Twins Marlins, man, the Twins did absolutely nothing. Terrible. Shout out to Cabrera, he was a beast. Market's starting to respect the Marlins a little bit, and with good reason. They've won 8 in a row now. I cashed a couple nice big plus numbers with them out in the West Coast. Thought it was a good spot to fade them. They actually took some crazy late Marlins money in this one. I got the Twins at minus 135, and when I woke up in the morning, it was like minus 155. And I was like, nailed it, sniped. And then when the game started, it was back down to minus 140. So there was some late money coming in on the Marlins that obviously won. I'm not a Woods Richardson guy at all. That being said, he pitched pretty well his last time out. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Toast?
Over 8.5. I obviously neither offense really did anything today, but I still think that they have shown over the last 10 or 11 games our sample size that both of these offenses are scoring runs, and we're getting Jansen Junk, who I just don't think is a good pitcher overall. Doesn't matter if it's at home or on the road. He had a decent home start against Atlanta, got absolutely throttled against San Francisco. To get throttled in San Francisco tells me everything I need to know. Not that I'm in love with this Twins offense, but they're consistently defense. It's the starting pitching that has let them down a lot. But Woods Richardson, like you said, coming off a really good start. But at the same time, I mean, his last 2 starts have been at home. He had one good game against Houston on the road this year. Besides that, Baltimore got to him. He only made it 4 2/3 in Cleveland as well. So I don't think he's going to be deep into this game. I know that the Twins bullpen is decent, but I just think that we're going to see some runs here tomorrow. I think that both these teams can score some runs.
TV Jones.
Yeah, if I had to pick a side, it would be Miami. I have absolutely zero faith in this Twins offense or Twins team at all, let alone Woods Richardson or the law firm of Woods and Richardson are pitching. Zero faith. So give me Miami on the money line, but I'm actually probably going to bet the team total over 3.5. See minus 130. Woods Richardson can give up for himself. Absolutely no problem. Kyle Stowers has just been an absolute monster right now. And this park is just an over park. So I think Miami's going to be able to score. And I have really no faith in Minnesota whatsoever. This team is not good. They continue to be fake sharp year after year after year. They're going to win the AL Central. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. No, they just fucking suck every single year. So it would be Miami and Miami team total over for me.
Just getting cut off in the voice chat picks. Spoon's on the over with us. Jacob's on the over with us. Me on the over. Mark is on the A's team total over. So we were all over in the voice chat. Cards, Pirates, everybody was on the Cards. Benji, Mark, Jacob. So, yeah, everyone was on the Cards there. And in this game, Twins, Marlins. Where's the Twins, Marlins? I don't see the Twins, Marlins one, so maybe we didn't go through that one. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is Tigers, Nats. Obviously, this is another doubleheader. The first one is Reese Olson versus Trevor Williams. I thought the first one was Gore versus Flaherty. That's the second game?
That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, Reese versus Williams, game 1. Flaherty, Gore, game 2.
We got a super chat in from Ruda Fitness. $50. Thanks, man. Cast a massive $30 to $4,500 parlay.
Damn.
Oh, man. Awesome. Don't be placing bets like that, though. But good hit. Tigers, Nats. Well, you guys, we talked about this game yesterday. Obviously, it didn't happen. It got rained out. Should be a nightmare matchup for Trevor Williams against all those lefties in the Tigers lineup. What do we think of Reese Olson here, Toast?
I guess I'm just confused. I don't understand. I mean, why worry about Reese Olson when we can get a Tigers team total at 3.5 at minus 135? I think it is at minus 130. Exactly. That's my point. Like, I don't understand.
Wait. It's supposed to be rain.
Yeah.
In the early
potential
game.
Drizzle to start the game.
Potential drizzle. So
I don't think 3.5 scares me off of a potential drizzle. I think that the bats.
So they're giving us Tigers team total over 3.5 in the Trevor Williams game. You're positive?
And they're minus 170. And Reese Olson, this is his first start back after.
No, that's not right, Toast. You're looking at the wrong game because the total's 9 in this game. So the Tigers team total is going to be 4.5, choose the over.
Okay, yeah, I screwed that one up big time. Sorry, guys.
I was going to say,
Fake
I'm
news.
betting the shit out of Washington.
Yo, I don't get it wrong very often.
5.5 plus 110.
Dude's on here giving fake-ass picks out.
I got 4.5 minus 135.
Yeah, well,
So you are in Tigers team total over.
Yeah, that would be the only way. I didn't bet it yet, but that was the only way. That's the only way I would look. So, Trevor Williams absolutely terrible versus lefty bats. We already know the Tigers are loaded with lefties. So, as long as they can get this game in, I'm sure they're going to. So they have to play 2 games. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the Tigers scoring runs tomorrow. But it is a doubleheader, so I don't think I probably actually bet it.
What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, this is Reese Olson's first start back after IL, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
I believe so. I can look real quick, but either way, it'll be over for me. I know the weather doesn't look ideal.
Yes.
Yes, it is. He hasn't pitched in a minute. Hasn't been ideal, or not ideal to score runs tomorrow. I mean, we're sitting at wind blowing in 3 miles an hour, or whatever. But it's gonna be 80 degrees, and after that first inning or two, the rain should, if it is there, should move out. Looking at this, but Washington been all right lately, not amazing, but Detroit versus Trevor Williams, I have no issue with them scoring runs whatsoever. And then you're going to get the Nationals bullpen too. I think this game could get ugly. I like the over here, over 9, both team totals over, whatever you want to do. And at this price, Washington plus 140, like it's Reese Olson hasn't pitched in.
He's gonna be the primary.
Yeah,
Just
so he's not going to pitch the first inning, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this over on the Nats side. I'm down with the Tigers to score a bunch of runs, but I mean, Reese Olson, like Toast said, he's not going to pitch a lot. You're going to see Brant Herter pitch. You're going to see Tyler Holton pitch, and Detroit's going to be able to use that deep bullpen to target all those lefties in the Nats. I actually don't mind a Nats team total under in the first game.
I don't think they're gonna waste the bullpen right away, knowing Flaherty's going game 2 and that dude's a gas can. I think they got to save something. I don't think they're.
It's
gonna
a
use all their
bullpen
arms in
game.
one.
It's a bullpen game.
I was gonna say I don't
Are you
know
gonna
about
leave Flaherty out there for 7 to give up 8 runs?
I think that's you're hating on Jack Flaherty a little much right there to say that he's just gonna straight up give up 8 runs. I mean, he's
Can
consistently
I
been
take
going
a Nats team total under 6.5 for the day?
I'll give you that.
That'd be
action.
a dope bet. That'd be fun. That would be fun.
Nats team total under 6.5 for the day.
I'd be tempted to take that action. What do you
That'd be
guys? What do you want to set the line? Minus
Six,
what?
a 6.5.
So
Give me
3.5
plus
the
115.
first game.
Plus 150. No, I was thinking pick 'em.
Why they're
All
going
right,
to
I'm
crush Flaherty?
I'm out.
All right. Yankees on the road in Toronto. Toast, what do you like here? I bet this game.
Me too. Yankees team total over 4.5. I just don't want to deal with the pitching staff here personally. But I do think the Yankees can get to Berrios. He's coming off of 2 fantastic performances against 2 really lackluster offenses in the White Sox in Boston, where he went 14 2/3 innings, only gave up 6 hits and 1 run. He's been fantastic, but he's also been really good at home. This isn't like a super fade of Berrios. It's just more of, I think that the Yankees kind of got embarrassed a little bit today, and they've also seen Berrios a lot over the last couple of years, and they've had decent numbers against him. Not to mention the fact that the Toronto bullpen has been used a lot the last few days, and the Yankees are going to have a full 9 at bats. So I got burned with the Yankees today in their bullpen. I thought they had a bullpen advantage. Obviously, they did, and it didn't work out. So I don't really want to deal with the Yankees pitching staff to win the game. But I think if they win the game, they're going to have to at least score 5 runs. So Yankees team total over 4.5 minus 105.
Typical Canada today. There was a rain delay in the game. They have a roof, but
There was a rain delay?
They kept the roof open for Canada Day. But it's not raining, so they had a rain delay in a stadium that has a roof. What are your thoughts on
I thought it was
that?
just the presentation of Canada Day.
That's what
No,
I
they
thought
left
it
the
was.
roof open for the day because it was I don't know. I wasn't there. What do you?
No, you weren't there.
I didn't make it. What do you think,
No,
TV
okay.
She had
TV
tickets,
Jones?
but
Yeah. One, I'm upset. I actually played the Yankees, and I didn't play the Blue Jays here. I mean, I've been the Blue Jay whisperer. They've been hot, and then they had the special jerseys, look good, feel good, play good, and I faded that entire theory, and look what happened. They absolutely smoked Fried and company. But here tomorrow, it would have to be Yankees again. Minus 130. I mean, you're getting a cheap price now. Toronto's bullpen's going to be a little cooked, and then minus 130, like that's got to be plus EV to be betting the Yankees at minus 130 all year. So I mean, I'm tempted. Do I really want to get back in bed with the Skankies? Not really. Fuck this team, but it would be Yankees or nothing for me in this game. I think their bats will show up. I don't think Toronto's gonna erupt for whatever the fuck that was. 8 runs the final 3 innings or some shit. So it would just be Yankees or nothing. But I probably won't play this game.
Yeah, I'm on the Yankees too. Minus 125 I got. So Berrios has been great, but this might be the perfect welcome back game. Pitching against the Yankees lineup, he's had a lot of problems with over the years. He actually pitched well against them in April, but if you scroll back and look at his game logs against the Yankees, Berrios has not had his best outings against New York, so a lineup that knows him pretty well and that has had a lot of success scoring runs against them. I think this is a welcome back to earth Berrios, who has been very good. But actually, on the other side, I like Will Warren to really pitch well here. Will Warren has pretty considerable splits when it comes to righty-lefty bats right here. Struggles against lefties. He's got dynamite numbers against righty bats, and the Blue Jays have a ton of righty bats, including 2 of their main pieces, Bichette, Vlad. So I think Will Warren could pitch well here. Not to mention the Blue Jays bullpen a little bit on the tack side. Nothing crazy, but I doubt you'll see Yariel Rodriguez out there. Probably won't see Braden Fisher. Might not see Chad Green. You'll only see Hoffman if they're winning. So if the Blue Jays aren't winning this game, who's pitching the 6th that you're going to see? Flaherty. You're going to see Brendan Little maybe. So you add on the fact that the Yankees have their main arms rested and the Blue Jays don't. The Blue Jays a little on the compromise side. I think the Yankees grabbed this one. So I got the minus 125. Next up. Oh, did I just skip it? Reds.
We might as well.
It's a resume game, I believe.
Yeah.
game.
So this is the actual game, but they're resuming the game from today.
You can't bet this game until you at least know what happens in the first game.
Of course.
I mean, goes without saying, obviously, but
The Reds were starting to make some noise. I was pissed they delayed the game.
Were they starting to make some noise?
Yeah. Hey, they survived that first inning where it looked like all hell was going to break loose. Only gave up 2, and then they were starting to respond, and then the Red Sox had to wave the white flag and get themselves out of there, so they didn't lose that game.
So this is obviously you can't place a bet right now, but the Red Sox are as far as this game right here. I wouldn't mind looking at the Reds depending on how the first game shakes out. Remember, it's a doubleheader now, which means if the Red Sox use their main bullpen arms to close it out, they will not pitch in the second game. So even though this is a plus 110 now, if the Red Sox win a close game in that first one and they're up 2-1 right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Reds are minus 102, minus 105 when that game starts. So I guess Reds, but I'm just spitballing here.
It would be Boston team total over for me. Mick Martinez is becoming a starter again, and he just came off the start of his life against his old team, the Padres, where he went 8 innings. I'm not in love with this Boston offense, but I think this is a really good. I think this total's 9.5 for a reason. So, and then as far as Bayo goes, I wouldn't mind actually a over as well because he does struggle with lefty bats. And you're going to have Duran, Anthony, Toro, Abreu, Meyer, Hamilton all batting from the left-hand side. So I wouldn't be surprised if both teams score runs. So just an over, if anything.
Over or pass. Let's move on.
Fucking Dodgers and White Sox. God.
Another doubleheader. Brewers dodged a bullet today. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, because we're the one that decided we don't want to.
That was like the one game I was hoping didn't get postponed.
I mean, we already talked about this game. It's the same pitching matchup. I said I'd like the over yesterday. The weather's not nearly as nice. It was going to be a hot day in Citi Field. It's down to 8 now. I guess I'll say over or pass, but straight up, there's no way I'm betting this game.
Yeah, it would be Mets or pass. Probably not going to bet it now. Just kind of lost its luster for me.
Yeah, Trev.
Brewers money line, baby. Easy. Rinse and repeat from yesterday. We got this circled. We're getting this. We're coming for that ass. We're sweeping. We brought our brooms with.
We don't need the circled speech again. So all right. We got this one circled. Even Brewers fans are like, we do?
Yeah, they do. If you're a real Brewers fan, you have this one circled.
And they are playing a doubleheader tomorrow, though, right?
Oh yeah, the Miz man is going.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was reading that right. Yeah.
Mets team total over 11.5 runs on the day.
I was gonna say, I hope that the Brewers. It would be perfect for Trevor to get his Brewers in Game 1, and then Miz just get absolutely throttled. What a beautiful day that would be.
Never gonna happen.
Well,
if anybody gets throttled, it's Freddie.
Angels on the road in Atlanta. I have a bet.
I have a bet. Interesting.
I have a bet.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I'm married, so I can't do that anymore.
He's not at the Airbnb anymore. He's home.
What do you have, dude?
I got the over 9.5, bro.
I don't like it.
What's up? Yeah. So, Kikuchi. I know that the Braves versus lefties hasn't been very great. I will give you that. But I will also say that they've seen some very good lefties as well. Ranger Suarez, Jesus Luzardo, David Peterson, Crochet, Sanchez, Suarez again, Crochet again. Not very many duds. They got a Gomber and a DL Hall in there. But my thing is that it's going to be decent weather tomorrow, and you're going to have Kikuchi coming in versus a whole bunch of righty bats, and he really struggles versus righty bats. The only lefty bats in that lineup true lefty bats in that lineup is going to be Matt Olson. Profar, Albies, both can hit from the left-hand or right-hand side as well if they want to. And then this Fuentes guy for Atlanta, has just been an absolute gas can. 2 road starts. I mean, so maybe he gets a little bit bump at home, but this Angels offense has been absolutely humming. I'm not really in love with this Atlanta bullpen in general. So yeah, I think there's going to be, I think it's 9.5 for a reason. I played the over.
I mean, I guess I don't hate the over, but I think you left some value on the board right
No,
here.
because you're going to talk about the Angels. I guarantee. Oh, you got smart. Okay, you saw the bullpen. Good for you. Good job.
No, the bullpen's fine. I like the Angels full
The
game
bullpen
too.
for the Angels is fine.
It's not that bad. They'll use those guys. But Angels first 5. I don't know why I was getting this at plus money. Kikuchi's been excellent. The Braves have not really been that reliable against lefty starters. They've seen some good ones. So if you're a Braves fan, that's where you're holding on. You've seen Ranger Suarez twice. You got Crochet in there, Peterson. But you also have Austin Gomber in there. They didn't get to him. David Peterson didn't really get to him. Mitchell Parker didn't really do much against him. So as much as there's some good names on this list, there's also a couple questionable names. The Braves as a whole have not been that great against lefty starters, and Kikuchi has gone 7 or more innings in 3 of his last 4 starts. He saw Boston. That's a lineup that can hit lefties, only allowed 4 base runners. He saw Houston. That's a lineup that can hit lefties, only allowed 6 base runners in 7 innings. Against the A's, now that's the A's, pitched into the 8th. So Kikuchi really seems to be figuring it out right now. So to get him against Fuentes, what? The Angels lineup has been one of the best. In the last 2 weeks, they're 5th in WRC+. Plus. Since they made the change in manager, teams just playing with a different energy. They're scoring runs. So I know Angels are going to score runs on Fuentes. To get them in the first 5 at plus money, thought it was a great bet. Now, what Tosa's talking about in the bullpen, I'll show you. I think he's overreacting a bit. I don't think it's that bad. It was enough to keep me to the first 5. But I personally think I think they'll use Jansen if they need him. I think he'll be available in a spot like this. He had a bunch of days off before this. They're not going to have Detmers. This is the only one where I'd say, okay, no Detmers. But they're going to have Zephyrhan, Strickland. I think they're going to be fine. So I would lean Angels full game as well. But give me that first 5 at plus money. TV Jones?
Yeah, Angels money line plus 125. I already bet it. Kikuchi's been damn good. Braves
At home.
kind of been meh. I don't give a shit. The Braves have been meh, and you got Diddler on the mound.
Shit.
He's about to get diddled by the
I don't
Angels.
give a shit.
Yo,
I don't give a shit. It is the Angels. Angels are one of the greatest road teams in all of baseball this year. It makes zero sense, but they are
I bet
just
them today.
damn fucking good. Braves are meh at best, and now you're going to put Diddler on the mound too. No, this is just a recipe for disaster. Give me Kikuchi at plus 125, and the bullpen is not cooked. Like I'm glad Sauce went over. The bullpen's not cooked. They're totally fine.
Wait,
You won't-
Whoa, I wasn't saying
Yo.
totally fine.
yo,
I'm saying totally fine. I'm saying totally fine. I ain't worried about
Totally.
shit. I ain't worried about
Yo.
shit with this
your
Angels
top
bullpen.
2 arms are compromised. Okay, let's just say that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
compromise is a
totally
strong
fine. Jansen is definitely on the compromise side, and you're probably not going to see Detmers. They're not totally fine. I just thought Toast was overreacting a little bit. It is a concern. It is a concern, though.
No, I'm not. Maybe for you guys, not me. I'm putting my nuts on the table. We're going full game. I don't give a shit. Kikuchi's going to twirl a gem. Angels are going to put up 1,000,000 runs on old Diddler here, and it's not. You're not even going to have to worry about your high leverage arms when you're up 7-2 in the 8th inning. So give me the Angels plus 125. Like what are we doing? Still offering this team at such a good price, and you're going to play minus 150, 145 with Fuentes? Fuck out of here. Angels up. Go Halos.
I
Like
agree.
the
I
like the
agree with
beam, like the halo, whatever they say.
Light that halo up.
Orioles Rangers in Arlington. This was a sweat-free over. I had
Yeah,
a
that
flat
was good.
7 and scored
Yeah, that was
almost
easy
double
money.
that. All right, so we actually had a long debate about this game in the voice chat, and the debate was really centered around what we can expect from Eovaldi here. I think we all agree that Sagano has fallen off. He's no longer a pitcher we could trust. He has looked bad in his last few starts. And just to show you how bad I'm talking, I mean, you guys know I'm always hey, don't overreact to small sample sizes. But I mean, I think the sample size might be big enough where we have to be a little bit concerned. Crushed by the Rays, crushed by the Yankees, crushed by the Angels, crushed by the A's. So we're coming up on it actually will be a full calendar month since Sagano has thrown a good game. That's enough of a sample size to say, hey, something's off here. So I don't know if Sagano's a guy we could trust anymore. I know the Rangers bats, not exactly a unit we could trust either, but call me crazy. I think the Rangers are going to start hitting a little bit down the stretch in the second half of this season. So I think Sagano's going to give up runs. The question comes on the other side. Now, for those of you that haven't been following, Eovaldi missed a month right here, May 27th, June 27th. He came back, looked terrible. Remember, we were all in the Mariners in that game because he came back, didn't even have a rehab start in the minors. Looked terrible. What can we expect from his second start back from injury? Because that kind of was his rehab start against the Mariners. Does he just show up, and is he Nasty Nate? Again, a guy we know we can trust in this ballpark for multiple seasons? Or do we have to tiptoe around Nate Eovaldi right now? The Orioles have been hitting a little bit in the last 30 days. This is they're sixth in WRC plus against righties. They're a top 5 lineup in the last 30 days. Now, obviously, those are going to be a little bit skewed. They scored like 56 runs in a single game recently against the Rays. So the question for this one comes down to Nate Eovaldi, because I think we can all agree the Rangers should get to score on Sagano. What do you think, Toast?
Over 8, minus 118 on BetMGM. So you talked about it. The Rangers have been winning games in extra innings, but they've also been scoring a decent amount of runs as well. And I think that's both these pitchers, starting pitchers, I think you have to worry about how long they're going to go into this game. Sagano's not only been getting torched, but he hasn't been going deep into games. And that's something that's an issue for me because with this Baltimore bullpen that I don't think is very good. And they had multiple guys that worked today. I mean, neither one of these bullpens are in like super terrible spots. But like even the Texas bullpen. So let's just start with Eovaldi, or go with Eovaldi too. He pitched 3 innings. So he pitched 2 innings in the start there before he got injured, and then he's at 3 innings. So like, can we really expect him to go out there and pitch 80, 90 pitches? And even I think the answer to that is no. And yes, the Texas Rangers bullpen got a whole big rest here today. I will give you that. But prior to that, like we just talked about, this team has been in a whole bunch of extra inning games. So Garcia has worked 3 times in the last week. Luke Jackson's worked a couple of times. Milner's worked 3 times. Martin, Armstrong, all these guys have been worked a lot. So yes, they had a day off today, but I don't think any of these guys are really feeling 100% considering how much they've worked in the last 4 or 5 days as a unit. So I just thought that the under 8 was just a little bit too low. It's a little bit juiced, but I think that we wake up to 8.5 across the board tomorrow.
I don't hate that over. I flirted with the idea. Here are the bets I was circling. Didn't place any of them. I was considering Texas first 5 run line, but you got to pay minus 120 for it. Or no, maybe it was minus 110, but for to lay the half run in the first 5, it's a little bit expensive. So I flirted with that. Also, I really wanted to focus on Texas team total over rather than, because Eovaldi is a beast in this ballpark. And if he's back, fully back, in the second inning, if I'm holding an over ticket counting on Baltimore to score, I'm going to be like, wow, I feel pretty foolish right now. So too much of a question mark on the Eovaldi side. I do like Texas to score off Sagano. What do you think, TV Jones?
Yep, Rangers over 4.5, even money. You went over it. Sagano hasn't rolled out of bed and given up less than 3 in over a month. Rangers offense is, it's obviously hit or miss. We're aware of this, but if they can't score off Sagano and company, I don't know what they can do. I mean, I think they'll be fine. I think Eovaldi actually pitches a decent game, but I'm scared to lay it with him right now until I see him come back and actually look better again. But I don't hate the Texas money line, but I like the Rangers over. I think they're going to get to Sagano. I think he's going to continue this awful streak of pitching. And Rangers just get it done at home. They've looked a little bit better as of late. And if you can't hit Sagano, back to the drawing board with Texas. But this is a spot I like them to score some runs off of him in that bullpen.
Just two other quick notes about why I think that Baltimore can score some runs. If you look at who the righty starters that they faced, all the guys from Tampa Bay, Clark Schmidt and Will Warren, two guys that are decent from Texas, and now Jacob deGrom twice in the last week and a half or so. So they've been pretty damn good, or faced some pretty damn good competition. And if Eovaldi, which he really relies on that splitter, if he's not having that splitter, he's going to have to rely on the fastball, and the Orioles absolutely smash fastball. So again, that's a lot of reasons why I like the over. Sorry for being long-winded.
I'll put the over up too, but I'm not betting this. I'm definitely not betting this because I kind of have a weird feeling it's going to be an under, but there's no logic behind that.
No, I appreciate your confidence, friend.
Cleveland, Chicago, and Wrigley.
Shout out White Sox. Shout out Cubs.
Yeah,
sorry.
No. Okay, so this is what I want to say. Yesterday, we all took the Cubs on the show, right? We all liked the Cubs. In fact, I think Trevor actually bet Cubs minus 1.5. I think he actually bet that.
I had 1.25 units on the Cubs.
Oh, you bet the Cubs too? All right.
Just
so
the money line.
I was the only one that didn't bet the Cubs. But we all picked the Cubs on the show, right? It's like minus 180, minus 190 is around where the price is.
162.
Yeah, you got it super early. Closer on minus 185, I believe. That was yesterday with Matthew Boyd on the mound. Cubs win, cover the run line. Now here we are today in Wrigley Field, and it's now Imanaga, and the price has dropped 30 cents. I know Tanner Bybee is perceived to be a better pitcher than Gavin Williams, but this is a crazy movement because Imanaga is perceived to be better than Matthew Boyd.
Well, he's been lit up his last two starts at home pretty bad, and
you're on Cleveland then?
No, I'm on the Cubs. I'm just saying that I was just trying to talk about the price. That's all. I wasn't trying to say you were wrong or anything like that. So, but yeah, it's Cleveland versus a lefty. Matthew Boyd looked really good today. He had one semi-bad inning, I guess, and Shota looked fine in his start. In his first start back from injury. So I just don't, there's no reason for me to try to figure out a way to bet Cleveland when I have a Cubs team that continues to win at home after tonight. I think they're going to be 26-15 at home so far this year. And Bybee's been, somewhat decent on the road, I guess. On the road to Detroit about a couple weeks ago, he looks really, really good, but he gave up 3 runs to the Yankees, 2 runs to Seattle in 5 innings, and got smoked in Oakland or Sacramento, excuse me. So I just think that this Cubs offense is better than the Cleveland offense. I think we have a starting pitching advantage, and call the bullpens a wash. I know that the Cubs bullpens numbers are really, really good, but it's still not a unit that I'm in love with personally. But until Cleveland shows me that they can win a game, if I can continue to get this Cubs team at a somewhat reasonable price, but I think that's same thing is going to happen. I bet the Cubs at 154. I would assume that they close around 175 or so, and we'll go from there. But yeah, Cubs money line for me.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those, the entire free world. We're pulling, I don't think I've ever seen a poll like this, 88% to 6% Cubs. So like literally one person who's watching click Cleveland and every other person click the Cubs. TV Jones.
Yeah, it would, it's, you're not going to like this, but it would be Cubs -1. Again,
why
we're
would I
getting
like
Cleveland.
it?
I said you're not going to like it.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Why do I care?
Because the whole free world's on it.
I don't give a shit, dude.
All right, well, it is what it is. Cubs -1. I don't see a price on this, to be honest, but regardless, it's Imanaga versus a lefty versus Cleveland again. Tanner Bybee on the road, not been good, especially versus lefties. He's given up almost a 300 average, a 567 slug, and we have wind blowing out 3-4 miles an hour. It's gonna be 84 degrees. You got Kyle Tucker, you got Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, Michael Busch, all lefties, and the righties are hitting him decently hard too, almost a 400 slug. Obviously not as hard as lefties, but they're still hitting him. Cleveland, I don't trust them whatsoever. And if you look at Tanner Bybee on the road at the A's, he gave up 5. At Seattle, gave up 2. Fine. Yankees 3. Detroit blanked him through 7. Sick. I don't know how he did that, but he did. Cincinnati gave up 4. Toronto gave up 3. Baltimore gave up 6. Angels gave up 7. And then Kansas City, First start of the year in March, gave up 0 through 5 2/3, and we know that Kansas City can't hit for shit. So the Cubs, I think they smack them. I think they win this one pretty easily. I'm not too scared of this price here, to be honest.
This number just dropped 10 cents from -175 to -165 on ESPN Bet. Pinnacle just opened at -155.
I got 154. That's all I know.
Somewhere out there are some people with influence that like Cleveland in this one, and I'm trying to see what I'm trying to see what they're seeing, and I will say, I think it's plausible that Tanner Bybee pitches a good game. So I was looking at his stuff. He's been pretty solid here. Look at this chase rate, over 37% in his last 2 starts, generating swings and misses. Here are his game logs. You got this game. I know that these numbers look crooked here. He went 8 innings. Now, that was against the A's, but it's in a minor league ballpark. Toronto's been hitting nonstop, pitched a great game against them. When it's Seattle, pitched a great game against Houston. When it's Yankee Stadium, great game, pitched into the 7th inning. I mean, last time Tanner Bybee pitched poorly was against the Dodgers on May 27th, and these are not scrubs here. Well, the A's are. These are like playoff teams here. The Yankees, the Astros, the Blue Jays. These are playoff teams. So Tanner Bybee's pitching against playoff competition and putting together quality start after quality start. So I don't think it's that crazy for Tanner Bybee to pitch a good game against the Cubs here. Now, is that enough for me to bet Cleveland? It isn't. Because in order for Cleveland to win the baseball game, they need to score a run. And I guess you could say, Imanaga, how deep into the game is he going to go? Just 5 innings in his first start back. Remember, he was injured. He missed like 7 weeks in there. I don't know if he's on a pitch count. Yes, I do know. I think it's 80.
Well, I was going to say, he's not a guy that goes deep. He's usually out by the 6th regardless.
Right, even when he's healthy. Right now, he's on someone in the voice chat said he's on an 80-game pitch count. So you got Imanaga. Yeah, so Cleveland isn't going to score the first few innings, but who's coming in after that for the Cubs? Now, the Cubs bullpen has been good, but we look at this game and we see, Cleveland versus a lefty. Cleveland might be against the lefty for 4 2/3 here, because I don't know how deep Imanaga's going to go. In that Cardinals game, his first game back, he went 5 innings, but everything went perfect. The Cardinals only had 2 base runners. They were able to keep his pitch count down. If the Cleveland's able to draw a couple walks and he throws like 25 pitches, I don't know how deep Imanaga's going to go into the game. And after that, I mean, what lefties are coming in? Pomeranz, Thielbar, they're going to have to bring out some righties. Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
No, I'll do this. I want to do this badly. I'll do under 9. I think Tanner Bybee can pitch well. I think however long Imanaga is able to go in the game, I think Cleveland will have 0 runs at that point when he comes out. First 5 under, don't hate that as well, but the Cleveland bullpen's completely rested. As far as a side, I would go Cleveland, but I'm not doing it. Under for me. I actually don't hate that under. Next up, Astros, Rockies, and Coors.
Whew, that under today. Never a doubt.
I thought we were screwed in that one, man. It was Benji in the Discord sent me tagged me in a thing. He's like, "Yo, thanks for that Astros team total under." And I was like, "Oh shit, that hit!" They had 6 runs in like the 3rd inning in Coors, and they stayed under 6.5 somehow. What do you think about this one, TV Jones?
Yeah, Hunter Brown. I mean, the dude's been an absolute monster. Strikeout machine, but we know that shit doesn't move as well in Colorado. But Colorado, they can score a little bit, but I don't know if they'll score enough off of them. I don't want to bet an under again in this game. It's stressful enough betting one every like month. I'm not trying to go back to back in this one. I would honestly just probably take Houston -1.5 or something. I mean, you got Gomber the Goober on the bump. I never liked him. Hunter Brown, that's your AL Cy Young winner this year. He's going to be an absolute monster. He's going to shove. But
he's never pitched in Coors, right?
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't.
I thought he has once or twice.
How?
2023. 2023, 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 7 strikeouts, no walks. 7-18, 2023.
He was still figuring shit out then. This is 2025 Cy Young, Hunter Brown. He's gonna shove. I'm too scared to take the under though because I think Gomber the Goober and that bullpen can get lit up here. I mean, it would be Houston -1.5, a team total over or something. But I don't want to back like a Hunter Brown under earned or anything like that in Coors. Like balls just fly out there. So no, thank you. Weather-wise, I'll be honest, I forgot to look at the weather in this one. Wind's blowing to left field. Left center, about 11 to 12 miles an hour. It's going to be 93 degrees. So good fucking luck, Mr. Goober, on holding down this Houston offense. I think they get runs, and I think they cover easily. But I'm not betting under, even with Hunter Brown on the bump.
Are we not going to mention that Gomber the Goober has thrown a couple gems this year, and actually 2 of his 3 starts have been awesome, including a home game at Coors Field against the Dodgers?
The Dodgers show up and shit the bed every once in a while. Big deal.
Oh, because the Astros never shit the bed offensively.
The Astros look good tonight. You know, they got that big lead and they just kind of took their foot off the gas. You got Hunter Brown on the bump. I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas, and you're going to get -1.5. I'm guessing probably -130, -125, something like that. I have no problem paying that price, to be honest. So give me Houston -1.5.
First of all, they looked good in 1 inning. They scored 5 runs in the 3rd and did jack shit.
Inning.
No, I'm just saying that's not indicative of an offense that I think is rolling. First 5 under 5.5. Kyle said it. You have Hunter Brown, who's been fantastic at home or on the road. I like the fact that he's already pitched in Colorado, had 7 strikeouts in that game. It was a couple years ago, but I think he's exponentially better than he was now. And Kyle mentioned it. Austin Gomber had 1 terrible start against an Arizona team that can get you at times. And yeah, he got, but he had 2 other starts against the Dodgers in Atlanta where he's absolutely awesome. So if the Astros just happen to get to him and put up a whole bunch of runs, then so be it. But even if they put up 4, I don't think that the I don't think that the Rockies are getting 2 off of Hunter Brown. So I think under 5.5, -105, I think I'm actually going to bet it too.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Royals, Mariners in Seattle.
So everybody, I didn't have this bullpen written down. Let me double.
I should have bet this over. God damn it.
Yeah, me too. I like the over too. So speaking of that, I should start by mentioning that Spoon is on the under here in this one.
Urseg.
Let me bring up the voice chat.
Wind is blowing in 6 miles an hour tomorrow too.
So
There it is.
Spoon's on the under. Jacob's on the under. I like the over. Charles is on Kansas City. First 5 team total under.
You like the over in this game? Okay.
Yeah, I like that over flat 7. I don't think I could bet it, but I kind of think the book is out on Noah Cameron. I mean, he came out looking great. I mean, he hasn't pitched a good game in like a month.
No,
he's had 6 walks and 6 strikeouts last 2 games.
I was going to say, and honestly, I know that, and I'm not trying to be a homer here, but in that San Diego game, he only gave up 2. It could have been 5. There was some really hard, loud outs that stayed in the ballpark. But yeah, I agree with you that the book is out on Mr. Noah Cameron.
But yeah, he hasn't been as effective recently. I'll bring it up on the screen, actually.
Do you not think that Gilbert's going to pitch well? Is that what the issue is with the over? Or?
Well, no, it's both sides. So this game is perceived to have 2 elite pitchers with Noah Cameron and Logan Gilbert. Well, I'm looking at Noah Cameron. Didn't look good against the Dodgers. The Padres had 8 base runners off him. Only a couple runs, but 8 base runners didn't even make it through 6 innings. So it's not like he shut the Padres down. This is one of the worst lineups in baseball against lefties. And he was struggling. with the Padres. Before that, he did pitch a good game against the A's. But before that, the Yankees, 6 runs, 8 base runners off him too. So the last time Noah Cameron had a start that impressed me was back here on June 5th against the Cardinals. That's a month ago. And then on the other side, are we sure Logan Gilbert's back? Since he's been back from injury, he came back and pitched well against Boston. He gave up 4 runs against the Cubs. Granted, it was a crazy weather game. And then 4 runs against the Rangers. So this game, I think, is perceived to be starting elite pitcher against elite pitcher. I don't really trust either of these starting pitchers right now. The Royals on the road, much better lineup than the Royals at home. They scored runs tonight. What was the final score? 6-3. So, yeah, they scored 6 runs tonight. Giving a flat 7 with 2 starting pitchers, I don't really trust, honestly. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. The Royals team total over 2.5 is -140. Like, it's just, yeah. It's just, for me, I can't bet it. It's just a question of what you think you're going to get from Logan Gilbert. I don't trust Noah Cameron at all. But so if you think that Logan Gilbert is going to pitch well because he's finally back at home, those Texas and the Cubs starts were both on the road for what that's worth. He usually is much, much better at home. But the Royals have also seen him. They saw him twice in 2023. They saw him once last year. So I'm just not where I definitely can't bet Seattle at a huge price. I mean, the under makes sense, I guess, if Logan Gilbert's going to pitch well. And I mean, he does have a rested bullpen behind him that should be good to go. But it would only be Seattle for me. I'm not paying this price. It's a little bit too pricey for me, but it would only be Seattle for me.
Yeah, you can't. Are you kidding me? -183. That's nuts.
Well, and I can't. I wouldn't be mad with Seattle at that price if you could trust Logan Gilbert. Maybe. I mean,
here's the bullpen situation for Kansas City. For those that were asking, everyone went, but I don't really know. I mean, I think they all might be available. Probably no Ursay because he's had injury issues, right? So I don't think they would use him 3 days in a row, considering they'll probably want to keep him healthy. But they're going to have Estevez. They'll have Daniel Lynch. I think Schreiber. So I think everyone will be available on the Seattle side. Yeah, Seattle's fine. They rested everybody today. So
yeah, this is like a 4-game series too. So who knows?
TV Jones?
Yeah, Jack Caglione under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I'm sure it's going to be like -150 at least. But
wait a second, isn't that Benji's guy? He always bets.
He's probably losing money unless he's betting his under.
Bro, Benji assured me that this guy always hits. I don't know.
No, he is. That is false. This is got to be a wrong guy.
I might be mixing up the person now that
he's a very, very highly touted prospect that has struggled in his first, I think 85 at bats or whatever it is. I don't know, 185 at bats.
Somebody that's in the Discord. Am I thinking of the right person? Wasn't he trying to tell me that this guy always hits his prop? I might be thinking of the wrong person. Anyway, go on, TV Jones.
I don't know if he is. Pray for his bankroll because it's not been going pretty. If he's betting like bases or something like that, the kid's damn good. I think he was like Florida or some shit out of college. He's damn fucking good. He's just not figuring it out right now. And the last 10, 11 games, he's gone over this number a whopping 0 times of 1.5. Now you got Logan Gilbert. Yes, he's still figuring it out. But Kansas City, I know they hit better on the road, but this kid's not. He's just struggling right now. And under 1.5, I paid -140 today. I kind of, sneak played it late, right before the game started. And he had a RBI or some shit, or got a run in the first inning or two, and did nothing after that. He's just not hitting. He's maybe going to drive in a run, but he can't get on base. So under 1.5, I'm just going to keep running it back. I bet it a few times, but ran it back today. It hit again, and he's gone over this number whopping 4 times this year in all of his games.
What?
In about a month. Yeah. So I mean,
it has to be someone else that I'm thinking of because
he'll be good. I mean,
he's only
I don't have
games.
that worry. Yeah, I know, but he's gone over 4
I was
times.
telling Kyle.
Oh yeah,
I
think
want to know
who
the guy Benji was talking about because maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. I thought it was this guy, but all right, let's move on. Giants, Diamondbacks in Arizona.
What about Merrill Kelly?
I like Merrill Kelly.
Oh,
Why do you hate him?
I don't. I love Merrill Kelly.
Oh,
I think he's been
I was
awesome.
gonna say. So yeah, last couple games have been rough. But I mean, Miami was doing damn good. They were hitting. Padres versus righty. Other than that, 0-0. Washington got him. I mean, he's been fine. Like lately he's been all right, but I still think he's a good pitcher. San Francisco's offense is they're fucking terrible. Now you got Landon Rupp on the bump. Arizona minus 130. I don't care. People can say it's a trap line. It's this, it's that. Their bullpen's trash. The yada yada yada. I have no faith in Landon Rupp. I have no faith in San Francisco. I'm gonna take Arizona minus 130 at home. Merrill Kelly. I think they get this done. Obviously, like no Carroll and shit hurts. It sucks, but I think that's why you're getting a better line. Like if Carroll was in, this would be like minus 145 or something. So 140 at least minimum. So 130, I have no problem playing with Merrill Kelly. If you want to just avoid the entire bullpen, just take Arizona first 5. That's probably not a terrible look, but I'm willing to roll the dice here and put my faith in the Arizona D-Bags bullpen.
I mean, I will say in terms of Arizona's bullpen, obviously it's terrible, but they did rest all their guys. So Shelby Miller available, Ryan Thompson available. I guess Baku's back. I don't even know how to say his name. He's the third guy. He's available. Murillo, Beeks is available. So all of their arms are available. They're not good arms, but they are all available. It's really tough to argue with a minus 130. I guess without Corbin Carroll, maybe the market still perceives the Giants to be slightly better than Arizona. So Merrill Kelly on the mound, maybe that. I'm trying to make sense of the minus 130.
I think you're getting a decent price because Landon Rupp has been pitching pretty well. I think that helps. I think that he's been pitching out of his mind lately. So I think that you can't just automatically write off Landon Rupp. I mean, if you look at his game logs, it's pretty impressive going back to the month of May. I mean, it's not a ton of starts, but I mean, going back and forth. But I'm on Arizona tomorrow at minus 130 as well. I just wanted to say, as far as the price is concerned, I think that Rupp is pitching a little bit better. But I will say that I think that it's his time to get hit up is coming tomorrow. Boston in his last 2 starts, Boston and the White Sox, he's looked fantastic, but we both know those teams can't hit a lick to save their lives. Didn't give up a run to any of them, but now he's going to face this Arizona offense that's starting to hit again. Even without Corbin Carroll, they put up another 8 runs today, and you have Landon Rupp versus a whole bunch of lefties in that lineup, and a thing that he struggles against mightily. Only Suarez and Gurriel are going to be the only 2 righties in that lineup. And at this point, Eugenio Suarez can hit anybody. He's just been on an absolute tear lately. 1 daughter over the last 28 days. So even if the Arizona bullpen isn't fantastic, like Kyle said, they're fully rested and ready to go. And as far as Merrill Kelly is concerned, yeah, he hasn't been himself, but he's been decent enough and been going at least 6 innings in most of his starts. On top of the fact, fantastic numbers against this Giants team over the last couple of years. 2 starts and 1 start this year, 1 start last year, 14 total innings, 14 hits, only 3 runs, 16 strikeouts. So he's been really, really good against them. So yeah, Arizona at a cheap number at home.
Yeah, it's tough to argue with that one. I
think it's going to move up. Personally, it's already up to like 136 on some books. I think 130 is the best you're going to get. I think we're going to look at like 145 in the morning ish. Maybe that's a little bit too much.
No, it looks like it's coming down.
No, Giants started at 108. I can get them at plus 110, plus 150.
Caesars opened Arizona at minus 140. It's moved down.
Caesars doesn't know shit.
Regardless, I'm on Arizona.
Overpay. I don't freaking know. I have no idea.
Scary money don't make money. Let's go, Toast.
Yeah.
Caesars doesn't know shit. I don't know how they keep the lights on in that place.
It's a miracle if you're asking me.
White Sox Dodgers. Trevor, did you get your over that you spoke so passionately about?
No, oh my god! I was looking at the box score on this. I watched the game. Dude, it was 4-0 after 1, 5-0 after 3, and then they had It was what was that? 6-1 in the fourth fucking inning, and they didn't score shit the rest of the game. What the fuck?
White Sox had multiple chances too. They had a couple of innings where they had a couple guys on.
The Dodgers were. I was like, all right, the Dodgers will at least get us to 8. It's just a matter of can the White Sox get 1? They got 1. I was like, perfect. Here we go. All right, nothing, nada, not zilch. The rest of the game, incredible.
I think this is a sneaky spot to steal on the White Sox.
Oh my god. I agree. I don't think Kershaw should be minus 330.
It's plus 260. So if your reaction is no, I don't think the White Sox are going to win. No shit.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would be with you if Burke was like somewhat decent on the road, but he's been absolutely just slaughtered on the road. So it's just, I get your point, but
he's fine. Because he'll be fine.
I'm not telling you not to make the bet because I get
on the road twice, 2 times in Wrigley
we can
Houston.
We can keep going back. I mean, he got slaughtered against the Cubs as well. He pitched well against Kansas City. Congratulations. Got slaughtered
in Detroit. What about Detroit? That doesn't count. Oh, it's one of the best lineups in baseball, right? Best home lineups in baseball.
Detroit. I don't see a road to start against Detroit.
Oh, that was at home. What about Baltimore?
Don't see. Oh, 5 runs. Okay, yeah, good job. Okay, but then he gets slaughtered by the Cubs. Good, congratulations, Kansas City. I'm just telling you, that's my thoughts. I agree with you that obviously I don't think the White Sox are going to win at that price. I will also tell you that I don't know if Clayton Kershaw is as good as what his numbers have shown, because if you look at the lineups that he has faced, especially over the last 3 starts with the Giants, Nats, and Colorado, I mean, I know that the Washington can make noise every once in a while, but those are pretty bad lineups. So, I mean, he's going deep into games, not giving up hits. The strikeouts aren't anything crazy either. I agree. I can't pay this price for the Dodgers. I do think this is, for me, first 5 under 5.5. It's like minus 135. But again, as long as, for me, as far as the sides are concerned, I agree with you on the price. But as long as Clayton Kershaw doesn't get absolutely throttled and Sean Burke just absolutely doesn't get throttled as well, I think we stay under this. And I mean, what do we really think that this Dodgers offense is going to do to Sean Burke? I mean, is he really going to put up another 6 spot early in the game? I don't know, but I think he's significantly better than what they saw tonight. But it would be first 5 under 5.5 if I had to, but I'm not going to bet it. I don't think that both these guys get slaughtered. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, Clayton Kershaw's underlying numbers are pretty terrible. Hard hit rates, terrible. Swinging strike percentage, terrible. Chase percentage, terrible. Underlying numbers suck. He does have some good surface level numbers against the Rockies. Can't hit lefties. The Nats can't hit lefties. The Giants can't hit anybody. That was actually before Devers too.
Yeah.
So I'm not trusting these numbers from the last 2 starts from Kershaw. I don't think he's the same pitcher he was back in the day. I mean, there's just, again, I'm not saying I think the White Sox win this game. I'm just saying with Kershaw on the mound, there's no way you could sell me that plus 260 is a fair price.
And the White Sox have been pretty decent versus left-handed pitching, actually.
Yes, they're above average against lefties in the last 30 days.
Actually, matter of fact, pull up the lefty starter game logs versus the White Sox. Look at the names on this list as well. God damn it.
I'm betting it. I already decided.
God damn it.
So yeah, they've seen a lot of good lefties, but keep in mind, guys, the White Sox are 4-4 in their last 5 games. They have not been a blind fade. They're 4-4 in their last 5. What are they? 5-5 in their last 10.
Yeah, they're only 11-19 their last 30. I mean, it's not like, I mean, I know that's bad, perceived bad, but
they have that losing stretch there in mid.
Yeah.
How many wins do they have this year?
28.
Sweet.
Halfway home.
Right.
Halfway home, baby.
Yep. No, they ain't winning shit in the second half.
TV Jones, what do you think?
Kershaw over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 135. Kershaw, I just had these numbers here. He's had 5.4, 5.7 in his returns, or 2, but that was the short outing when he came back.
What's the price on that?
Minus 135. He's been fine lately. He's figuring it back out. And then if you look at lefties versus the White Sox, when the White Sox are on the road, 12, 8, 4, 7, 7, 11, 4, 7, 4, 6, 6, 10, 9, 5, 9, 5, 9, 7. They're striking out like crazy. Kershaw's been going 5, 6 innings. I don't think he's going to have the dogs are barking there, Kyle. Dogs are barking.
On that note, I'm placing it.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. And then not to mention the White Sox have a 29.8% strikeout rate versus lefties the last 3 weeks. I think this is a good spot for Kershaw to deal. I like the under too. Feels like another game tonight where the Dodgers just bend them over, and then White Sox do absolutely diddly poo, as Toast would say, in this one. So give me Kershaw strikeouts. I might even double dip with the under in this one.
Bryce, I see you in the comments. Ask for the voice chat picks. We'll get all caught up.
There's 3 moose in my lawn right now.
Moose?
3 moose?
Yeah, baby.
Or are they called
mom
meese?
Mom and 2 babies.
Meese when they're in a herd? Are they meese or what are they?
Do you have moose in Wisconsin?
You go way up north, you'll get them like.
I thought Wisconsin was way up north.
Towards the UP.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what?
Way up north, like yeah.
No, like up north. Like you go up there, you might get them coming down from Canada and the UP, like meandering on over.
What's the UP?
The Upper Peninsula. What? You guys don't know what the UP is?
No, we do not know the UP.
There's
Yo, what?
No, it's technically a part of Michigan.
Peninsula?
It's actually a part of Michigan.
Upper
If like, you
Peninsula.
go to the top of the state of Wisconsin, there's like a little flare up there. That's technically Michigan.
Upper
And that's
Peninsula.
where you can go for a nice little 2-hour drive if you need to get some of Michigan's
UP up.
goods.
Yeah,
Right.
you head on over to the UP, Upper Peninsula.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from like the French and Indian War.
Yeah.
I don't know. Detroit and Wisconsin and the Packers need to play. Winner gets the UP for the year. Like that's just how we should do that.
Voice chat picks for everyone there. Not a ton of people participated tonight. Charles was running late. But we do have.
Did
some
somebody
people.
just put me in for Milwaukee money line?
Yes. Braves, Angels. Jacob's on Angels first 5 run line. Kevin, was that McIver? McIver was in there? I didn't hear McIver in there. That might be a different Kevin. Unless McIver snuck in to like give out one pick and bailed, which does sound like something McIver would do. Texas
I feel
first
like I
5
saw
run
him
line.
in the Discord though, so he could have told somebody.
Mark's on Orioles team total over. Charles is on the Orioles money line. Couple Texas first 5 run lines there. Cleveland Cubs. Everyone's on Cubs -1. Astros Rockies. Hunter Brown to record a win. Kind of tough to argue with that one, honestly. He didn't put a price there though. I would like to see what the price is.
Hunter Brown to record a win.
Yes,
Let me see
please.
if it's posted.
Yeah, we looked at that one already. Arizona first 5 run line. Yeah, that's another one. Tough to argue with that. Jacobs on the under in White Sox Dodgers. And then from the early games. Oh, we looked at these already. All right. Again, guys, the text message alerts is up and running. So I showed you guys what it looks like, but in case you didn't see it, I'll literally put it on the screen.
I have a bonus pick for tomorrow. Brewers money line game 2.
Shocker.
So I'll literally bring it on the screen so you can see. So when me or Toast or Trevor, you can send them too if you like.
I never click it because I was.
Well, it never would have worked until
I'll do
it never would have worked until it's just functioning as of like 4 hours ago. It's
right.
brand new.
Sure, I'll start clicking it.
So
I was going to use it mainly for like college basketball, but I'll start firing it up for.
You can expect a text from me in about 5 minutes. I got one more bet to put in. I'm going to send it all in one. So
right. So every time me or Toast or Trevor or Spoon, I don't know if Spoon has access to it too. Submit picks, you'll get this text and see like here's the one. You can see the picks from the show today, the ones that I had placed. You'll get a text that looks like that from the same number over and over again. It's $5 a month as an add-on because it's actually expensive and I pay per character. So if like 5,000 people sign up, yeah, you pay for 140 characters. So if 5,000 people sign up and like 5 people are submitting picks a day, that'll actually cost me a lot of money. So that's why I made it $5 a month because it actually could get pretty pricey on my end. I'm not.
Come college basketball, and I got like 25 bets on a Saturday. That's gonna
what
run
I'm
up
saying.
your phone bill.
Everyone, thanks for watching Betting League stuff. Give me about 25 minutes. I'll have the standings and all that up. Yeah, hit me up if you need me. I'll be up late tonight doing college football stuff. So hit me up if you need me. I'll be in the